Hi everyone, and welcome back to Scrap Addict Creations. I'm Diane, and today we're going to be looking at the November album retreat layouts. I did just get them done, and so I wanted to share them with you. It was a great transition back into scrapbooking. So let's get sharing these layouts. So we're going to start at layout number 1 and work our way through. I believe there's 11 layouts. Really quick, I'll just show you the products that we got with it. So this is the really cool stencil. As you can see, there's like this water wave right down here. We've got the tree line, the mountains, the other part of the mountains, then the cloud up here, the sunburst. Here's the trees, and they're kind of like maybe a early summer tree, maybe spring, whereas these are the pine trees. And then we even have this journaling line down here. Very cool stencil that we got. I'm going to set that aside for right now. We also got the Alpine alphabet. This is not available. I don't know if it will become available. It is an awesome alphabet. I really enjoyed working with that. And then we got the Wide Open Spaces stamp set. So here is page 1. I am currently using some stuff off of page 2, but at least there's this black outline so you can see it because I'm using the stamp and the tag right here. But there's like this little tiny square for the oceans, mountains, desert, and lake. I mean, it's really good. And it's funny, every stamp set that I get for Album Retreat, there's one stamp that will not stick to the sheet. And on this one, because I cut this, the word "this" for this moment is the one that's having difficulty. It's so funny. I just think it's funny how that happens. So what I did is I went through my pattern paper and I grabbed out the pattern paper that's being used for each layout, just so you could see it. So for this first layout, which could be the front and the back of your album if you're doing like a vacation, this is the only pattern paper that was used on it, and it is from Change of Scenery. And we just used a small bit down here at the bottom. There we go. So we've got the clouds that we did in Seabrook. The mountains were done actually in Harbor, but you were really light-handed with it, so it wasn't really dark. And then the waves down here were in Harbor as well on this Harbor paper. And then the little trees were in limeade first, and then kind of brushing the edges with jade to give it a little bit of definition. We've got limeade for this photo mat over here, and we have Journey shimmer paper. I keep wanting to say that this is shimmer trim. It is not. All of the Journey glitter paper on here is glitter paper, and all of the pine is shimmer trim. So if I mess that up, I'm really sorry. I'm clarifying it now before I mess it up further. We use that little topographical, let me grab the stamp set. This one right here on this in Acorn ink. The adventure and journey words were done in this one up here is Journey, and down here is in Harbor, and we just stamped the top of the letter in the lighter color and then the bottom part of the letter in the darker, and you kind of tried to merge them. What did I do? I'd started this, I had splattered, because we have Journey splatter on here, and I didn't like the original one I did, so I redid this page, and it had the adventure already on it still when I kind of put it down, so it got a little splatter on here, which is perfectly fine. I kind of wish it had it on this too, so it looked in sync. The never ends and the begins are all die cuts that came with the kit. They are just die cuts that came. It was great. This is a die cut that we stamped with Acorn ink, and then I want to say Journey, but it kind of looks like Harbor. It's probably Harbor ink on that. This outline is in Harbor, and then we've got some Seabrook. The lines here would be in a light Harbor, and then right here we've got the same technique we did with the Journey and the Adventure, where we did it with Jade and Limeade. So you always do the light one first. And then over here, we have Harbor, and then just itinerary in what's the top's pumpkin and the bottom's acorn. So that's kind of cool. And then a little acorn tab there with a journey little star. So there's shimmer paper. I want to call this shimmer trim. It is not shimmer trim. It is shimmer paper. And we've got Harbor postage stamp, and it looks like it's a limeade for the topographical, the same pattern inside there. I didn't care for stamping this because I kept overlapping it. I kept feeling like it was going to fit, but the way it's shaped, it doesn't really fit together perfectly. And that was hard for me. Other people had problems too, so it wasn't just me. I'm glad that other people did, so I didn't feel kind of like a ding dong. Then we, again, journey of the dots on this one orange dot there, a green dot here, and then this piece right here, and here are the sparkles. And then this is stamped in journey and pumpkin for this compass rose, which I did not know that was the name of that. It is called a compass rose. Okay, so that was layout number 1. And oops, threw the tag out. Okay, so then the next layout is called My Happy Place, and it uses the stamp paper from Change of Scenery, and it uses this grid paper from the mix-in September, October. Okay, and on this one, oops, I keep meaning to set them over there. We have some limeade paper here, and in limeade we did that topographical mappy piece, kind of like a thumbprint almost. Here's the back side of it that's kind of messed up because the stamp's offset. Okay, and then we've got the Journey shimmer paper in places. Right here we've got some pine shimmer trim Journey paper. The happy up here is die cut letters that came with the kit, and then we just took either a Post-it note or what is that stuff? It's the kind of the washi tape, but it's the blue tape that Close to My Heart has. And you just put it across, and then you ink one side, and then you put it on the other side, and you ink the other side with the blending brushes. Had labeled, every blending brush with the color because it got very confusing. There's a lot of colors. So we've got the compass rose up here in Journey. I guess there's not a compass rose on this side. Seabrook for the waves down here. Die cuts, and then this is the wood grain die cut set, and then we've got orange and yellow dots, we've got journey dots and green dots, and then sparkles, and then there was some, this is more like a craft colored die cuts that came with it as well. I'm trying to see anything else. We got limeade ink over here, journey ink, Journey and Seabrook. I think that is pretty much everything for that one. Okay, so that was layout number 2. And some of these have pictures, not all of them, because I had some pictures from a trip that Nancy's kids went on, but they didn't fit on every layout. And she's got other pictures that'll go on some of these others. So this one is backwards. Let me fix that. We got Off the Beaten Path. This is acorn, and then we inked it. It looks like dirt, doesn't it? It's pretty cool. This is the tree from the stencil. And so the bottom part is in acorn, and the top of the tree is in limeade and then jade with that same technique where you're just kind of pushing some color in to give it some extra definition. The photo mats are in shortbread. The base of this is linen. And then we have zip strips and pattern paper cut into triangles. So we've got this one from The Good Life. I think this is The Good Life too. Yeah, this one from The Good Life. And on this one, we added acorn ink. And then we've got this line. Oh, it's the border down here. We have a little bit of this line. And then we just have a smidge of this one from Change of Scenery. Oh, the line is the mix-in. Change of Scenery right here. I don't believe there is any other part of that. And then we have, this is, I believe, a mix-in. Yeah, the mix-in September, October. This little zip strip cut in half. And then there's 1, 2, 3 triangles of this print. And then this is also a mix-in. And we have 1, 2, 3 triangles of that. Then we have peach here, and we use that topographical stamp on it. Again, I kind of suck at that stamp set, or that stamp piece, but I did my best. We've got the compass circles, compass roses in acorn, and then a center for the compass rose here. This piece is really cool because you've got journaling space here and then photo space to put in, and then this one has a photo space. So those are not tacked down because of course there's no photos there. We used color pencils, the new Colorista, I think is what they're called. Let me look at my notes. I made some notes. Natural landscape colored pencils. I believe they are Colorista. Let me see here. I've got them right here. Yeah, Colorista colored pencils. So we did use some of those. And we inked the top of these letters in pumpkin and the bottom in acorn. And again, you were just kind of using, what was it, the Post-it note or the tape, and then just kind of blended the centers together as you did things. Did color this little picture with the colored pencils, and the inside of the Jeep right here. Let's see, anything else we stamped? These are all little die cuts that came with the kit. These are die cuts this is that font in black. And I think I mentioned sparkles, green dots, orange and yellow dots. I think that's it on this one. Very fun layout though, very fun. Okay. This next one I have some pictures on. It's the second part of one of the pages, but in the layout online, it's the third or fourth one. So this one's called Nature Lover, and we use this piece from Change of Scenery. We have this photo mat right here, which is from the September-October mix-in. And we have this large strip right here from the mix-in, as well as, I think it's on the Change of Scenery one. Yeah, this zip strip on the Change of Scenery. And so the photo mats are in pine. We have Seabrook here. The back of it is in Seabrook Dark. And then this paper, we did a fun technique about 3 inches up. I think it was like 2 3/4 up and 2 3/4 down. We tore to about 7. I ended up cutting it right here and then rolling it back. If you take the whole piece, it is way too thick. These are little stamped images. The compass roses here, those are in Seabrook. This is pine shimmer trim. Okay. Another die cut from the die cut set, and this one is stamped in acorn and then black or intense black. We have acorn around this tag here, and jade and black, and then limeade and acorn here. This is what is that? That is Seabrook. Like looking at it. And then green dots on this one, and the sparkles. Nature is stamped in limeade, and then this was a die cut that came with the kit. So really fun layout. And this was a dinosaur park that they went to. It is the second page of it, like I said. So we'll see the first page after a bit. And then the next one is called A Breath of Fresh Air, and I put it backwards again. So we just going to know that I'm going to do that. So this paper right here is this one from, I think, A Good Life. Let's double check. The Good Life. And we did not ink that one. I was thinking we did. We did not. And then we've got the change of scenery little, looks like burlap. And then surprisingly, this paper and this paper are the same paper. We just inked it with pumpkin. Isn't that cool? How different that paper looks? So awesome. Okay, so on this one, we have the base is Seabrook. And these are Journey. These are die cuts that came with the kit. We have a circle here that we colored with pumpkin. And then we used the stencil to do some pumpkin kind of going out. And then we used Seabrook to kind of darken it. We've got some Seabrook around here. And then this compass rose is done in Journey. Another one over here in Journey, and then Seabrook around it. We've got a limeade little stamp on a die cut. And then we've got this little map pointer, and it is limeade and Journey, and you do the limeade first and then the Journey, which is kind of cool. We've got the wood die cuts. We've got green, orange and yellow, and Journey dots, and then sparkles. These arrows are so cool, and they have a purpose. There's a little brad right there, so you just kind of shove that to the side, and then we have more pictures, which is really awesome. So nice little technique there. You just have to cut your page protector so that it opens up. I added in some extra journaling. These would be for 4x6 photos, but we didn't have 4x6 going that way. They were going this way, not horizontal, not vertical. So I kind of altered things and just made them smaller, and then gave some more journaling area there as well as inside here. Thought that was really cool. And this picture yourself here with the heart is fun. That's done in Acorn. Okay. The next one is Just a Glimpse and Get Lost. This is one of my favorite ones. This is the second page to the dinosaurs. So I guess the other one was the first page. Yeah. So the paper that we've got here are these little squares with this mix in from September, October. And then we've got the burlap, which is somewhere in here. Here it is. We have the burlap. So it used both sides, change of scenery, both sides. We've got the little, these are like little bird or dinosaur footprints, probably bird. But I thought that was kind of cool with the dinosaurs here. And then we have the photo mat over here and here in this polka dot. And, oops, the background to this piece and these little torn pieces up here is this from the mix-in from September, October as well. And we've got some pine shimmer trim here. Oh, we've got this burlap paper behind there as well. This piece, these pieces here are Acorn, and then we used Acorn ink and the cloud stencil to add some definition to them. And then just like on these Journey squares, some white pen work, black ink here, black ink on this Acorn paper, and then we inked it, just added a little ink around the edges, and then used colored pencils on that. We've got Journey dots and sparkles and the wood grain die cuts. We have a Acorn little map thingy here, a black compass rose. We colored them with colored pencils in the center. I probably would leave that off if I was to do this again. Just a Glimpse. These are Journey and I guess it would be Acorn die cuts that came with the kit. We've got an Itinerary and Acorn up there. Oh, this one, we do have that little topographical stamp down here. You can barely see it. But this was the first piece that we just took a plain piece of white daisy and tore it, and then used Seabrook ink on this Seabrook piece right here. So that was a lot of fun. And then, of course, did some white pen work around it to give it some oomph. Okay. And the next one is You Can Find Me Here. This one was probably the most chaotic. Oh, sorry, hit my microphone. Just because of these pieces and trying to get those layered right. So, and then these are at an angle too. So we've got this mix in, this green or pine colored, and a circle over circles. I don't think we used this side. No, just the other side. We've got the polka dot from the Good Life. Yep, right there. Didn't use that side. And then we've got this gingham from the Good Life here and here, and this wood type right here and here. Oh, and this is a mix in as well from that one, the other one. We've got a arch little itinerary journaling spot, and then the polka dot paper for photo mats. We've got the shimmer trim in pine. I added this piece in pumpkin on here because we had some more pictures of some landscape and wanted to make sure they were included in here. I did see somebody else's layout that they actually put another photo over here rather than the, I don't even think they used the you can find, but I know that there was another photo over here. This is the tree stencils. Aren't they adorable? I love them. So this is Seabrook and then Acorn. And of course, we've got some shimmer trim. I didn't erase my lines for me in here. That's funny. I didn't realize I didn't do that. Penwork, Journey Splatter. This is Seabrook with the bursts, the wood grain die cuts, and down here this is Harbor for these arrows. This is stamped in Harbor and then has some colored pencils on it. Just lots of fun. These were die cuts that came with the kit that we stenciled on, and these were just right on the page. So let's go to the next one. Lots of fun. Oh, I forgot to tell you that was honey butter was the background on that one. And we used the black Le Pen for writing. Okay, so my point of view, and we used this wood grain looking piece from the Good Life. And then we used this one from the Good Life where it was torn at the bottom. So that was nice. And then the other paper that's on it would be Jade and Limeade. And then we've got the Journey shimmer paper. I'm doing really good on not saying shimmer trim. Journey. All these pieces came pre-cut, so we didn't have to cut them. And then we've got some Limeade up here with Jade and black stamp image and some divider bits. The title is die cuts, and then we've got this piece here and this piece here, which are the wood grain die cuts. Journey here, and then Seabrook. And then we've got a piece of white paper here, inked in Limeade and then stamped in black. We've got a Limeade tree a stamped jade on Limeade paper. Oh my goodness. This Jeep is in Journey. We've got green dots, we've got orange and yellow dots, and we've got Journey dots. This is an acorn bit with black ink on it and then some colored pencil. This is white originally and colored Limeade with black. There's the yellow parts of the dots. So lots of dots and sparkles and all sorts of good stuff used on that one. So this one ended up being one of my favorites. It used a lot of paper. So we've got the Good Life paper, and we used both of these bits on the side here and then colored them with the Natural Landscape Colorista colored pencils. So that was fun. Down here at the bottom, we have a little piece of this from the Good Life, I believe. Yeah, the Good Life. There's so many. There's 3 different packs of papers. That's why I can't remember which one is which. And we added acorn ink to that to give it a little bit of a change up in here. We've got pine shimmer trim that we cut in half. We've got this one from the mix-in right here that's on this side. Originally, they had a strip of this. I want to say it was kind of like this way for the sides here. I opted to omit that. I didn't care for that one, so I left that off. We have mist here for the photo mats. And then we did that technique again with the pumpkin ink on this paper. Again, it's so crazy that these are the same papers. It has one originally. Oh, it also has this mix-in paper too. Journaling area, and then a place for pictures. And you're using this little tree right down here, which is a die cut. And then this is stenciled directly on with some little pen work. We've got Seabrook ink for this die cut. And then we've got some wood die cut pieces, orange and yellow dots. This circle was, I think, honey butter, and we inked it with orange pumpkin. And then we lightly fanned out, started dark and went light with the pumpkin ink with using the stencil. And then we added some pen work to the letters, which are like kind of like a craft color, possibly acorn, but it's more crafty, and then limeade, and you just kind of offset them to give that look, which was really great. Let's see what else. Okay, so we've got that. Oh, the clouds behind are, of course, with Seabrook. I ended up pulling this piece up and adding another journaling area so I could have another picture, because I had one more picture to put in here. So I just did that, and then I'm using that heart to hold it down. Oops, I have a little piece of paper from my notes right there, and I cannot grab it. Oh, there we go. More green dots, sparkles. It's just really fun layout. Like I said, this one turned out really cute. My favorite. I think had it had that little stamp image on the side, I wouldn't have cared for it as much, but I really thought they used these windmills really well on here. It turned out really cute. Okay, the next one, this one was a lot of fun. I had never done this technique, and we got a little tool. It's just white daisy paper, and I will make a stencil for everybody for this because it is awesome. So you just put this down on your paper, line it up at the bottom and the top, and you put your ink pad down and you drag it. And if you drag it really heavy, you get more bits. If you drag it lighter, you get more lines. Here's more of a heavy. So you can get a bunch of different looks with it. We've got Seabrook and limeade, Seabrook. So it goes, those are just the two papers, kind of like they're dividers, but we've got Journey, Seabrook, limeade, acorn, limeade, Seabrook, Journey. So it fans out. The change of scenery and these tags right here were die cuts that came with the kit. This was a piece of paper that we stamped I have it right here. We stamped the tag. It's the weirdest one. I have to use that block for it. And then just hand trimmed that. Got a little map down here, yellow dots, green dots, or the yellow orange. This was honey butter, and we added the pumpkin to it. This was acorn. We added more acorn ink, and then black lines with the Le Pen black stamp here. We've got Harbor ink on this with a little bit of Seabrook after we stamped the backpack. And let's see here. Actually, I think I flipped this one too. So opposite out. Yeah, this is how this one's supposed to go. We've got some little the little arrows right here. We've got them in limeade, Journey, acorn. I love those little arrows. Little topographical area, some stamp die cuts right here in Journey, and Journey glitter paper. See any of the, we've got the wood grain die cuts, sparkles. I kind of feel like I got everything, but I could be missing some stuff. This is a tab. We had a bunch of tabs and even some washi tape looking limeade die cuts that came with the kit. Very fun. Get so much with these. This is the last layout, and I mean, there's a ton. So we used only this change of scenery pattern paper on this one, but we had, so let's see here, we've got pumpkin and honey butter here, desert rose and peach over here. We've got, what's this, Journey and Glacier, and then jade and limeade. And look at the difference that it gives you on this page. Just adding these with this paper changes kind of the feel, and really cool, really, really cool. I did kind of move things around. I added a flip flap to this one because we have some extra pictures on here. The is stamped, Good Life is die cuts, and we had these little pieces to flag, some Journey die cuts, as well as dots, orange and yellow dots. We've got some green dots and Journey, I already said Journey, and some bling, so sparkles. This right here, loving creating the little journaling cards. And we've got some pine shimmer tape up there, or down there. So this had, I believe, 2 pictures when we started off. I kind of moved one up, if I remember correctly, and then stamped, or put this one down here. I'm looking at this image saying stamped, because we had an additional photo. So I was able to incorporate all the plain photos because their dad's a pilot, and so we wanted to incorporate those. This Enjoy, we did some masking and then stamped it, whereas one of the other ones, we just had a piece of paper that we stamped on and put over it. I think I really liked this a little better, where you have the stamp not hitting that area. I thought that was fun. So that is everything I have for you today. I really enjoyed this. I know it took me a bit to get these done, but I did have fun, and that's what matters. Oh, Seabrook as the base on this one. So thank you so much for coming to play today. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and play today. Please like and subscribe if you would like to see more of my videos. Leave a comment, and have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.